All right, we're going to be doing a ratings climb on a new account today, Retrosynthon, starting rating of around 1185. Had to tank a little bit to get there, and we're going to see how high we can go. Doing 2+1 chess. Let's jump right in. All right, first game, Jobino, 1183. I think we're going to go with an e4 start, try to keep it as exciting as possible and as dramatic as possible for these first few games, since we're going to try to capitalize on some early mistakes by the opponent. Okay, I like this play from black, honestly. Just immediately trying to create something and put pressure on white. But bringing the queen out like that so early is maybe not the best. So we'll try to take advantage of that, try to bully this queen somehow. Right now we're kind of jockeying for the e-pawn. He's playing this pretty well, I gotta say, Jobino, because he's doing everything right. He's trying to dislodge the defenders. I think at this point I can bump the queen. And let's see. We're gonna have to find a way to, what do we want to do? We want to castle. Yeah, this is a very nice move. It puts pressure on the knight, and this diagonal means that I won't be able to I won't be able to castle, at least not right away. But this move, though, the center is going to become 100% whites. First you push the knight. Wherever it goes, you follow up. d4 attacks the queen, allows you to castle, and white is better. This is a nice move. I think actually, I'm tempted to just play like this. Castle sort of the old-fashioned way, or the slow castle. It will create a threat. Once his queen moves, of knight takes pawn here. I'll keep the tempo. White's center is still awesome. And, it's an interesting line. I think I'm going to take with the... I'm going to take with the pawn. And then I'm going to use this pawn to break out the center later. Black's knight is precarious. If he goes here, I might decide to just chop it. That move seems a bit slow. I also, maybe if I open up the knight's threat. I'm going to do this idea because my dark square bishop's pretty bad. All my pawns are on dark squares like this. I'm just going to fracture his pawns, and this creates a big hole. And then I'm going to go right in. Actually, maybe first play rook here so that his bishop can't develop very easily. That is an interesting move in and of itself. Maybe I just take. And then play something. I don't really want to put my knight on the edge. That doesn't feel right. But I need to find a way. Maybe I will play the knight on the edge. I don't really see the way through after knight. Knight goes here. I don't see a way to break through. It's kind of a tough position. Maybe I just develop... Well... Okay, I think I'm going to try going to knight this square, which looks a little slow. His bishop's still tied down to the pawn, and now my bishop's threatening this pawn. He'll have to find a way to defend it. If my knight goes here, I'm imagining he can take and double my pawns, but it opens up my rook. So here I can take the pawn with check, and that's actually devastating because now I box out his knight. And now I think I just go in for my idea of knight here. He can give up his bishop for the knight, but and fracture my pawns, but I don't think that's best for him. It's an interesting move. I'm going to go here. It allows his knight to come in. My thinking was here, because rook check, I have this nice bishop block. Okay, I'm actually going to go in. Oh, I messed this up because he has a fork. Okay, king going back. Oh, I have 1 second. I gotta pre-move a little bit. Oh, that's the bishop. That's the rook. Oh, wild. Rook up. All right, we're gonna have to play really fast now. Do some pre-moves. Maybe I should just go king over at this point. Okay, here. We're gonna do some trades. Wild. Wild finish. He's running a little low on time himself. All right, now this is simplifying a little bit. This means I just need to find a way to queen a pawn. Although, his king's getting over. You know, I don't think I played this amazing. Okay, I think you give up. No, you needed to be a little more careful there. I think in that, how we were going to have to play that was, I was going to have to give up my bishop for this pawn and then find a way to queen on this side. This guy seems, yeah, I was going to say 1700 in rapid. He seems much stronger than in a player with 1183 rating. That was a really hard first game. Wow. Okay, it was a good game, Tribino. Maybe we'll only have a time for a few of these, especially 2+1. Maybe we'll end with a 1+0, but for the 2+1s, we'll try to get maybe one more 2+1 win in. All right, queen game, we'll just match. Queen's game, we'll just try to get developed here, nothing crazy. I like to do the, whoa, that's not the best way to play it. All right, so dark squares are going to be weak for white now. White gave up the dark square bishop and then immediately played this very like Swiss cheese style pawn structure where all the dark squares are vacant. So I'm going to hang on to my dark square bishop. Oh, and these knights, I already should have been jumping on this. These knights can be devastating because there's no good defenders anymore. I mean, he's going to have to... so I'm just jumping on the dark squares, basically. The dark squares are really weak. Now, this square is weak. Yeah, I think I can already come in. But maybe there's something even better. Maybe if I bump the knight first, before leaving the knight, yeah, I could see white's idea of just defending this pawn, but I had created this sort of other threat, and the idea of that threat was to try to clear the way for the queen. Yeah, and there's mate. All right, good game. B-baller, 2-4, 4-8. Okay, and let's actually just jump back in and let's end this video with one or two more bullet games. Maybe let's try to get to, let's try to get to 1300 as a rating. Okay, Pekor. All right, let's do a Scandinavian. Play to the edge. I like this move, gives a flight square for the queen. It's not a great move, I think, in terms of opening theory, but it's just a safe opening for black to always be able to retreat the queen. This is a common idea in the Scandinavian that white just dropped a piece because by attacking the knight, the defender, which was the knight here, can be taken intermediate as an intermediate move. So common idea in these Smith-Morra games. So I'm up the knight, and at this point it's just a matter of not losing on time, finding a way to trade down. White, does the trading for me, I suppose. Maybe there was better there, but I think at this point maybe white's hope is just to go for a flag. I think take. Oh, that's not the way to do it. But there was some, it's getting a bit annoying now. I gotta play like this. White has bishop check. Okay, maybe not. A lot of ways to do it. What is the fastest way? Maybe I just double my rooks. Whoa. Yeah. All right. 1260. Centauro 7. Okay, this person's pretty good. We'll have to see what we do here. We're gonna play slow. C. Yeah. Okay, white's gonna go for a really strong control over this e5 square. I think what we're gonna have to do is just chop the knight when the time comes, because this square is very, very good. And nice move. Now move the queen, threatening to bring this in. So I'm going to go knight back. And now maybe bishop back so that knight here doesn't come with as much venom. We're playing a little slow, so we'll keep that in mind as we try to angle pawn forward now. So we were able to keep the knight out of this square, which was the key advantage that he had built up. And now we're going to threaten to break through the center of our own with e5. Good, so he controls that. I guess the knight might as well go back to regain some more control over e5. Because I don't really want to... Yeah, I'm going to go for it now. I don't really want to give up my light square bishop because of how many light square weaknesses I'm going to have. That's an interesting intermediate move. I'm wondering if I can ignore it. Yeah, that is actually a really interesting move. I like that move. I think we're going to go knight here. Because there's this fork, right? Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, but then, I don't know, just like move the rook out of the way. The knight's not in a threat. He could play something like pawn forward. But then here, what about queen takes? I kind of like queen takes. Just keeps the structure a little bit more survivable. All right, so now I'm winning on the board, but I don't want to lose on time. Oh my god. I didn't like this knight coming into here. He probably should have done something better on the light squares. Okay, bishop comes in, sort of, making a threat. We're going to try to just break through. If his knight takes, it's definitely time to sacrifice. Take. Yep. He tries to double. Ooh, what am I doing? Knight takes first. Then I take here. Alright, Centauro 7. Very strong opponent, very strong. Okay, 1280. You have maybe one or two more. Let's see. Actian. He's going to play a Scandinavian of their own. I kind of like in these types of lines, you just let black recapture, and then a critical move will be his bishop coming to this square. He decides not to, and to play, which I think maybe is a slight inaccuracy, because now his light square is going to be blocked in. It's like his light square bishop, I mean. I'm very happy with this trade. Although I would like maybe to get the knight in here. It's still very good for me. Trade the knight for the bishop. Now I just want to develop my last minor piece. Castle. Get the rooks in the center. Doing very well. And then there are a lot of times what black's going to try to dislodge this really, really good pin. That's a slightly odd move. I was going to... Maybe this was a move slip because h6 would have been a more natural type of move. Kind of panics a little bit. My queen's going to come in. I have a lot of threats. It's also just threatening checkmate. I can renew that threat with the knight now. I don't know if you can stop this. I think this is a forced... Well, I mean, maybe he moves the rook, check, and then the king tries to squirt out. But that's a rating of 1300. Maybe that's all we'll do for the first video. I'll do a few more of these, see how high we can climb in the ratings. Thanks for watching.